Brentwood, lower cap.
I call to order the May 3rd, 2021 regular Board of Aldermen meeting. Would everyone please join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have to say that feels good. Being able to actually see the flag as we're saying Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call, please, Kelly.
Alderman Plufka,
Here.
Alderwoman Tice,
Here.
Alderwoman Sims,
Here.
Alderman Weggie,
Here.
Alderman Gould,
Here.
Alderman Lockmiller, Alderwoman Ebling, Alderwoman O'Neill. All members are present.
Great, thank you. Next on the agenda is announcements, appointments, proclamations, and recognitions. We have two matters under item 3. The first is Missouri Local Government Week, which is this week, May 2nd through May 8th. And we have a proclamation to read. In recognition of Local Government Week, whereas local governments in Missouri make important decisions that affect the lives of all Missourians, and whereas local governments are the level of government closest to the people, and whereas local governments include city councils, board of aldermen, county commissions, school boards, among others, and whereas local governments are the ultimate expression of grassroots democracy, and whereas local governments play an essential role in the quality of life in Missouri communities, now therefore, I, David A. Dimmitt, Mayor of the City of Brentwood, do hereby proclaim May 2nd through May 8th, 2021, Local Government Week in the City of Brentwood of St. Louis County, and urge all Missourians to join me in recognizing local governments as they serve their communities, presented the 3rd day of May, 2021. Next on the agenda is certification of election results. Bola, who's handling, are you?
Kelly,
Kelly?
For municipal judge, Patrick Dignam, 488 cast votes. For mayor, David A. Dimmitt, 499 cast votes. For alderman, Ward 1, David Plufka, 153 cast votes. For alderman, Ward 2, Brandon Weggie, 131 cast votes. For alderman, Ward 3, Steve Lockmiller, 134 cast votes. For alderman, Ward 4, Robert Horton, 12 cast votes. For alderman, Ward 4, Jack Shelton, 88 cast votes.
Great, thank you. So with that, I guess we'll start the swearing in. Judge, you're up first. Yep, and I think Bola, you're going to swear in the judge? Jack, you want to come on up and take your seat? Pat, before you leave, we have something. I'm going to flip over.
Goodness.
Just like the game show. None of us wanted to do it that way, but and now we're going to take just a little bit of a, we're going to before we do this, for those who also who don't know, and drinks. Great, thank you. Okay, we're going to resume our meeting, and we are now up to item 4, approval or amendment of the agenda. Are there any modifications to the agenda? Any objection to approving, saying by acclamation? Seeing none, it will be so approved. That gets us into citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board? Now is the time to do so. You will be given up to 3 minutes, and you can either do it in person, or I think we can do it by Zoom, is that right? So Kelly, I will rely upon you if you tell me if there's nobody. Okay. Nobody, okay, fantastic. Well, let's move on to mayor and alderman reports. First up is the mayor. I just have one item, and that's just a reminder that this Saturday we are having the Mayor for Meals event. We're trying to get the word out. This year it's only going to be for 3 hours. It's 9 to noon, and 30 communities this year are participating compared to, I think, either 23 or 24 of last year. It's obviously a very worthy effort. Raises money for the St. Louis Area Food Bank. And again, last year, the city did a phenomenal job in terms of a turnout, and hopefully we can do that again. Alderman Plufka.
No report, Your Honor.
Alderwoman Tice.
Next week, on Tuesday, the 11th, there is a Ward 1 meeting. And of interest to many people in Ward 1, we will be discussing the construction at the elementary school, and there will be representatives from the school district, the architect, Navigate, who's the construction management company there. So please make plans to attend. It will be virtual at 6:30 p.m.
Great. Alderwoman Sims.
Our regularly scheduled monthly Ways and Means Subcommittee meeting is set for this Thursday, the 6th at 5:30. I understand that we're still doing those virtually, so that'll be via Zoom.
Alderman Weggie.
The regularly scheduled Public Works Committee meeting, which was regularly scheduled on the 13th, is being rescheduled for the 20th. That's the next Thursday, and we'll get the calendar updated on that. That will also be virtual as well.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Gould.
No report.
Alderman Lockmuller.
Public Safety Committee meeting will meet virtually on Wednesday, May 26th at 5:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Shelton.
No report.
And Alderwoman O'Neill. No report. Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is City Administrative Report. We only have one item under that, and that's Brentwood Bound update. Craig Schluter is going to provide us with that.
Be back.
Yeah.
Is that working? Okay. Craig Schluter with Navigate Building Solutions. I'll be providing the Brentwood Bound update, starting with construction costs. Total spend since the last Board of Aldermen meeting is $867,478. Next is soft costs. Total spend since the last Board of Aldermen meeting is $248,150.64. That was on surveying, flood mitigation, and GRG connector design and engineering, material testing, real estate appraisal, bid advertisement, and utility costs. There were no property acquisition costs. And at the bottom of the report, the only change is there was a recent MoDOT payment that was awarded to the city of Brentwood, and that was for a Manchester Road improvement piece of property at Rogers Parkway. So MoDOT will be issuing a check to Brentwood Bound for $36,400. That's it.
Any questions for Craig on the report? Okay, thanks, Craig. Next up is the consent agenda. We have 6 items on that for tonight. Any questions about any of the items? Okay, with that, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Alderwoman Sims, second by Alderman Plufka. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
Okay, all members approved.
Great, thank you. Next up, we have old business, and that's bill number 6325 for second reading. Mr. City Attorney? Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read of Bill 6325 by title only, please?
Bill number 6325, second reading and consideration for adoption, an ordinance approving an amended exhibit to ordinance 4959 regarding easements for water facility relocations for the Brentwood Brown Improvement Project. This is first reading.
Great, thank you. Is this a first read or?
It is first reading, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's old business because it pertains to a bill previously passed, and it's an amendment of that bill.
Okay,
So it's treated as old business. We're actually only changing the exhibit to the old other
Okay.
ordinance. So this is first reading of that bill.
okay. Are we doing a second read tonight then? as well?
Staff recommendation to do so, sir, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Consider
So-
it housekeeping.
Okay, so is Dan going to present on this?
Yes.
Dan? Not very well. Hold on a second, Dan. It's the volume's the issue here.
Try again, Dan.
Okay. As the city attorney mentioned, Missouri American needs this easement. Mr. Road. It's by the Black Creek Bridge, close to what used to be Brentwood Road. So the current easement that was approved in last ordinance, which was 4959.
Dan, we can't hear you
Dan?
at all.
If I may, Mr. Mayor, perhaps I could save Dan the trouble.
Thank you.
The change here is that we previously approved a 15-foot wide easement to Missouri American Water Company as part of a relocation in order to facilitate the construction projects associated with the city's property for Brentwood Bound. In considering the topography and the nature of the line to be laid, Missouri American now says it needs 20 feet, and the additional ground does not change in any way the city's intended use of the property or any consequences to the city. So it's staff recommendation that we agree to their request to provide a 20-foot easement instead of a 15-foot easement.
Okay.
And if Dan had been able to say, be heard, that's what I think he would tell you.
In addition, the city will receive $3,600 for this additional 5 feet of easement.
So it will balance the budget now.
All right, great, thank you. Do we have any questions for City Attorney O'Keefe about this? And as you heard, the staff's request is to have a second read on this, so can we get a motion for a second read, Alderman Waggy?
For a second reading.
Second?
Okay, seconded by Alderman Plufka. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Can we get a second reading by title only, please?
Bill number 6325, second reading and consideration for adoption, an ordinance approving an amended exhibit to ordinance 4959 regarding easements for water facility relocations for the Brentwood Bound Improvement Project.
Great, thank you. Give a motion to perfect.
Motion to perfect Bill number 6325 in the ordinance form.
Second.
Second.
Okay, great, thank you, everybody. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
Okay. Vote passes by 8-0.
Great, thank you. Next item, we have no new business, so that gets us down to citizen comments. Once again, if anybody in the public cares to address the board, now is the time to do so. We have nobody. Okay. All right, folks, we'd like to go into a closed session tonight pursuant to Section 610.021, subsections 1 and 2, revised statutes of Missouri. Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Alderman Tice, second by Alderman Weggie. Any discussion on that motion? Roll call.
Oh, and adjourn thereafter, I'll edit my motion to.
Okay. Okay. So the motion to go into closed session pursuant to those sections and to adjourn therefrom. Roll call.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
excuse me, we will move to closed session.
Great, thank you. All right, everybody, we're just going to go over to the conference room, and